I Wish This Was Where is basically based on a public art project that was started in New Orleans in November 2011 or 10, actually, that might be incorrect. And it's putting up these stickers like this. People put up these stickers everywhere, on abandoned storefronts saying, I wish this was a grocery, I wish this was a community garden, or I wish this was Brad Pitt's house, and so forth. And people have been encouraged to email their photos in to the organizers of this project, who then put them up on Tumblr. But it's very limited. There's only like a couple pages on Tumblr, even though this project has gone all over the world, literally like the Czech Republic and Canada and everywhere. But there's over 300 photos on Flickr, a couple of them on Instagram as well. And we don't know exactly how many stickers have gone up in total. We asked the organizers, and they didn't really have an estimate, even though they sell them on their website. But we estimate, potentially tens of thousands. And also, the problem that our project was working on was the fact that this is such a cool idea, but you only see the sticker if you happen to walk past that building. So it'd be really awesome to look at your city and see where some of these stickers might have been put up down the road, even potentially commenting, adding a Kickstarter link, or a link to a change.org petition, and so forth, being able to vote up certain projects. It could be very beneficial for community organizers to see what people in their neighborhood really want. I initially heard that there's a new organization called Imagine Atlanta that just started in Atlanta, obviously in Atlanta. And it's gathered a lot of attention. Scott Mobb wrote about it the other day, and she's already received like tons of requests for stickers to put up. So really, it's very timely because it's just getting started in Atlanta, so people can take their photo and post it to Instagram. You know what, let me just show you real quick, actually.
You can figure it out.
Huh?
You can figure it out.
What do you mean, figure it out?
Like, how come it's not? Right,
great, okay. So we basically have a finished product, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. It's on RHoK right now. We showed it to the original project organizers in New Orleans, and they're really, really interested. They want to put it up on their site. We also have a mobile app prototype, so you can basically submit photos through Instagram by adding a specific hashtag to your photo and geolocating it, and it'll show up on the map. You can also do the same via Flickr, and yeah, so it's a project that's been going on for 2 years. So we were kind of really surprised it didn't really have a map component to it already, because it seems like a really obvious fit. These guys can tell you in a second a bit more about the technical components about how it was built with Instagram, Flickr, and Google Maps. We put some next steps up on GitHub. So the only steps remaining, like I said, it's already up and everything. It's to just find a more permanent URL than the RHoK URL. Potentially add commenting, adding a vote up button, and stuff like that. If you know how to use Instagram and if you know how to use Flickr, you can use this app, so it's really straightforward. So we're leveraging an existing audience out there. Oh, and by the way, this is some feedback we got from the organizers. They sent this to us this morning. This is great, even more so considering it was developed so quickly. It's fantastic that you guys use Instagram to grab the images rather than build your own system. That was when we didn't have Flickr yet. Flickr was added this morning. I really dig that. You've done a fantastic job. Well done to you and the team. With that in mind, we'd love to host it on our website. This is basically what it looks like. So as you can see, there are already a couple photos up in Atlanta. This is what they look like. So you click on it. You see the photo. If you want to see it larger, this person wishes that place wasn't a parking lot.
Like that.
We also have a little Easter egg right here. Some people were having problems last night, so they wish this was working, and so forth. This one here, I think, was added. There was an article in Patch recently about this abandoned gas station in Midtown. So the Imagine Atlanta organizer, Sam, yesterday went up and put up a bunch of stickers with a pen, so people from the community who might not already have stickers can go and write what their ideas are. Yeah, you can see it's already all over the world because we've leveraged. People have already been Instagramming and adding their photos to Flickr with the correct hashtag, which, if you want to, is just, I wish this was.
And we didn't actually know about this data before we came into the app. And it's just kind of a pleasant surprise that the data was already out there and we were able to leverage it.
Okay. And it's built off of Django as it's deployed on RHoK, and we're using the Flickr and Instagram APIs just to search the tags, and we don't request every single time. We request like once every 20 minutes or so, and we gather them all, and we have the locations stored into our database along with the URLs to the thumbnails and such. And then that way, so from the end user's perspective, they can't tell whether it came from Instagram or Flickr. It's all considered the same for our purposes.
So if you're adding a photo right now, it probably won't show up for a little bit. And if you want stickers, I have some. I can give them to you. Yes. And any questions?
Yeah.
Where do I get stickers after you run out?
There will be a link that is here to take you to the Imagine Atlanta website.
Cool.
And for anybody that doesn't use Instagram or Flickr, the beauty of using Flickr is users are already encouraged to email their photos into organizers. So in Atlanta, for example, Sam, the person behind Imagine Atlanta, she can post them to Flickr, and even if they don't have geotagging, she can then pin them to a map using Flickr tools. So even people who don't use Flickr or Instagram can get their photos on the map.
Y'all have any questions, judges?
No, okay.
Y'all need more info?
No questions, really? Is that a good
It's
sign?
really straightforward.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Go ahead, Jack.
Did you really, you knew about this, but before you knew the Imagine Atlanta tie?
So I heard about it through the documentary Urbanized, the guy who also made the documentary Helvetica and Objectified. Oh, yeah. So that's where I first heard about it. And then seriously, like only 10 days ago, a friend of mine was like, let's go for a bike ride and put some of these stickers up. And I was like, what? It's in Atlanta? And then Friday night, I sent an email to the person in Atlanta, Samantha. She responded Saturday morning, like half an hour before my pitch. We emailed back and forth and called. She gave me the contact info for the folks in New Orleans who have been really responsive. So it was actually pretty awesome. David, his name was on the presentation. He helped with the front end. So yeah, his name was on there.
Yeah,